Welcome to our documentary on the most catastrophic natural disasters in Philippine history. This archipelago, situated in the Pacific Ring of Fire, is a place of breathtaking beauty, but also one of formidable geological activity and extreme weather patterns. From typhoons to earthquakes, these events have left an indelible mark on the nation, shaping its landscape and testing the resilience of its people. In November 2013, Super Typhoon Haiyan, known locally as Yolanda, etched itself into the collective memory of the Philippines. One of the strongest tropical cyclones ever recorded, Haiyan slammed into the Eastern Visayas region. Winds exceeding 195 miles per hour tore through homes as if they were paper. A storm surge, a monstrous wall of water driven by the typhoon's power, surged inland. Tacloban City, a bustling port, found itself directly in the path of this deluge. The surge, some accounts claiming heights of over 20 feet, swallowed entire neighborhoods. The aftermath was devastating. Buildings lay in ruins, reduced to rubble by the wind and water. Boats, once symbols of livelihood, were tossed inland like toys. Over 6,000 souls were lost, a tragic testament to Haiyan's fury. Millions were displaced, their homes and livelihoods reduced to debris. Amidst the devastation, stories of courage and resilience emerged. The long and arduous task of rebuilding began, fueled by a determination to rise from the ashes. July 16th, 1990. A seemingly ordinary day shattered as the ground beneath Luzon, the country's most populous island, lurched violently. An earthquake, registering a powerful 7.7 on the Richter scale, ripped through the region. The epicenter lay in the municipality of Rizal, Nueva Ecija, but its impact reverberated across a vast area. Baguio City, a mountain resort known for its cool climate and pine forests, was among the hardest hit. Buildings crumbled and collapsed, trapping people beneath tons of concrete and steel. Hotels, packed with tourists, were reduced to rubble. Schools filled with students suffered catastrophic damage. The city, once a picture of tranquility, was transformed into a scene of unimaginable chaos and despair. The official death toll exceeded 1,600, but the true number is believed to be much higher. Thousands more were injured, many with life-altering injuries. Rescue workers, many of them volunteers, toiled tirelessly to pull survivors from the wreckage. The road to recovery was long and arduous, but the spirit of bayanihan, the Filipino tradition of communal unity and cooperation, shone through. The nation came together to rebuild, proving that even in the face of unimaginable loss, hope could endure. For centuries, Mount Pinatubo loomed over the landscape of Luzon, a seemingly dormant giant. In June 1991, this slumbering giant roared to life, unleashing one of the most powerful volcanic eruptions of the 20th century. Earthquakes rumbled beneath the mountain, their frequency and intensity increasing with each passing day. Steam and ash began to vent from the summit, creating an eerie plume that stretched miles into the sky. Then, on June 15th, the mountain exploded with unimaginable force. A towering column of ash and gas, reaching heights of over 20 miles, shot into the atmosphere, turning day into night. Pyroclastic flows, avalanches of superheated gas and volcanic debris raced down the slopes, incinerating everything in their path. Ashfall, heavy and relentless, blanketed the surrounding provinces, collapsing roofs and burying crops. The eruption and the resulting lahar flows caused extensive agricultural and property damage, costing the Philippines billions of dollars. Despite the scale of the disaster, the response was swift and effective. Thanks to early warnings and timely evacuations, the death toll was remarkably low, a testament to the importance of disaster preparedness. In November 1991, just months after the eruption of Mount Pinatubo, the Philippines was once again tested by nature's fury. This time it was Typhoon Thelma, known locally as Yuring, that brought devastation to the archipelago. Thelma, a powerful typhoon packing winds of over 100 miles per hour, made landfall on the island of Leyte. While the typhoon itself caused significant damage, it was the torrential rains that followed that would lead to one of the deadliest natural disasters in Philippine history. The heavy rains, falling relentlessly for days, saturated the mountains surrounding Ormoc City, a bustling port on the western coast of Leyte. The denuded slopes, stripped bare by deforestation, could no longer absorb the deluge. On the night of November 5th, disaster struck. Flash floods, a wall of water carrying logs, boulders and debris surged down the mountainsides, engulfing entire communities in their path. The floods, arriving with little warning, caught residents off guard. The raging waters swept away houses, vehicles and people with terrifying speed and force. When the floodwaters finally receded, the true scale of the disaster became horrifyingly clear. The official death toll stands at over 5,000, making the Ormoc flash flood one of the deadliest typhoons in Philippine history. In December 2012, Typhoon Bopha, known locally as Pablo, carved a path of destruction across the southern Philippines, a region unaccustomed to the full wrath of nature's fury. Mindanao, the country's second-largest island, is typically spared from the worst of the typhoon season, which usually batters the northern and central regions. Bopha, however, defied expectations, slamming into Mindanao with winds exceeding 130 miles per hour. The storm, one of the strongest to hit the region in recorded history, brought with it torrential rains, triggering widespread flooding and landslides. The provinces of Compostela Valley and Davao Oriental bore the brunt of Bopha's fury. The heavy rains saturated the soil, loosening the earth and sending tons of mud and debris crashing down mountainsides. Entire villages, nestled in valleys and along riverbanks, were buried under tons of mud and rock. Over 1,000 people lost their lives and thousands more were injured. The storm displaced hundreds of thousands, destroying homes, livelihoods and infrastructure. August 16, 1976. The Moro Gulf, a body of water nestled between the islands of Mindanao and the Sulu archipelago, was the epicenter of a disaster that would forever be etched in the memory of the southern Philippines. At approximately 8 p.m. local time, a powerful earthquake, registering 7.9 on the Richter scale, ripped through the region. The quake's epicenter lay beneath the Celebes Sea, just off the coast of Mindanao. The tremors were felt as far away as Manila, the nation's capital, over 500 miles to the north. But it was the coastal communities of the Moro Gulf that would bear the full brunt of nature's fury. The earthquake triggered a tsunami, a series of massive waves that radiated outwards from the epicenter. These waves, some reaching heights of over 15 feet, slammed into the coastlines of Mindanao and the Sulu archipelago with terrifying speed and force. Coastal communities, many of them fishing villages, were caught completely off guard. The waves swept inland for miles, engulfing homes, businesses and entire villages in their path. The Bicol region, located in the southeastern portion of Luzon Island, is no stranger to the destructive forces of nature. It lies in the path of numerous typhoons that annually sweep across the Philippines. Towering over the region is Mount Mayon, a majestic yet volatile volcano known for its near-perfect conical shape. In December 2006, these two forces of nature combined, resulting in a disaster that left an indelible mark on the region. Typhoon Durian, known locally as Reaming, made landfall in the Bicol region on November 30th, 2006. Packing winds of over 130 miles per hour and torrential rains, Durian unleashed its fury on the region. Days of relentless rainfall saturated the slopes of Mount Mayon, already weakened by volcanic activity. The heavy rain mobilized volcanic ash and debris, creating massive lava flows. These flows, a deadly mix of mud, rock and volcanic material, cascaded down the slopes, engulfing everything in their path. The town of Guinabatan, situated on the slopes of Mayon, was particularly hard hit, with several villages buried under lava flows. These disasters, each a stark reminder of the Philippines' vulnerability to natural hazards, highlight the diverse and severe nature of the challenges faced by the nation. They serve as a poignant testament to the destructive power of nature and the importance of disaster preparedness. From early warning systems to community-based disaster preparedness programs, the Philippines continues to learn and adapt, striving to mitigate the impacts of future disasters. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay informed.